Hello and welcome to Pylons Play.
Pylons Play what game, Cody?
This week we're playing Banished.
That's great.
I don't know why I waved my hand at it like people could see that. Anyway, well I guess people can't see that, can't they? Anyway.
Totally? Question mark?
Sure, why not?
There's no
Anyway, so this week on Pylons Play we're playing Banished. If you're not familiar with Banished, it is a very lifelike misery simulator.
Yeah.
Basically, you go to start a town in the middle of nowhere, and you have to survive as long as possible, which is hard enough as it is. We recently discovered that there is, in fact, an easy mode.
Yeah, so you won't die in a season.
But we will not be playing that on Pylons Play. We will be
Because
playing
we
on
are, as
idiots.
the children call it, idiots.
We are idiots.
I was going to say hardcore, but, you know.
Do you want to play on hard?
No.
No, I don't either. Good. I'm really glad you didn't say yes. We can do mountains or valleys. Do you want to do mountains or valleys?
Let's do valleys.
Valleys? Okay. And we need a good town name.
What's the planet that the almost said Eldar, Jesus. That the Protoss are from?
Ire?
There's our town
No.
name.
Or is it Ire, or could we call it Korthal? Korhal. That's where the Terran are from. That's where Jim Raynor's from.
Yeah, let's do it, Coral.
Yeah, because I don't really remember how to spell Ire. Because I'm the biggest StarCraft fan. No, I'm not. It's Korhal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, so we are going to get right into it, and we're going to see how far we can live through Banished.
I still think this game is
Probably.
really pretty.
Oh, this game is super nice, even with my dumpster garbage baby computer. It's not that bad. The computer gets the job done.
I'd bring mine in, but it's heavy, and I need it for playing games at home.
Yeah, all right. Playing those solo games, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like Skyrim.
Yeah.
Right? Right? Is that what you meant?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
All right. So basically, you just kind of go and you just build stuff, and you hope that you
It
don't
turned winter
die.
already.
It's not already winter. God, I'd quit. I would quit right now if it decided to just be winter now. The nice thing about easy mode, which we really, looking back, should have just played on, easy mode allows you to... It basically just gives you the startup buildings as soon as you start.
Yeah,
It
you
gives
have a couple houses.
Yeah, like it
already.
builds you a basic town, which
You
is
have some cows.
yeah, they give you everything you need to actually start a basic functioning town.
I'm guessing if you start on medium like we did here, you kind of got to wrangle up them cows yourself.
No, you actually have to buy them from
Traders?
yeah, basically.
see, that's even harder,
Since
'cause
there's
that's-
water
yeah.
over here, you actually can. Yeah, you get basically traders show up and they do that, which is kind of nice actually. But I need to build I'm gonna try to make this a farming town because that is the easiest thing I have found to make. They give you peppers and squash. Cool. It's randomized every time. You'll get different stuff depending on...
Yeah. I'm guessing it's the area or what seeds they had.
It's actually completely random. There are like 5 or 6... Is it really snowing in early spring? God. This is the worst game ever made.
Yeah.
I also forgot we can swear on this, and that's why I didn't want to use these mics, because I'm like, oh, we're recording the show. We're recording the podcast.
To,
I can't say,
NPR.
I can't say bad words. Now I can. No, but I have never been so angry at a video game than this game, because I'm like, oh, I'm doing really good, and then, nope, I sure am not doing very good. Everyone's dead now. No. That's normally what happens. I think the furthest I've ever gotten is like a couple years. I think that's my my record. You've played this, right, Steve? Okay.
I quit pretty early because I thought it was difficult because I didn't realize easy was a thing.
Yeah, I had no idea.
I don't think easy was always there.
No, it wasn't.
Really?
Easy's always been there, but I didn't know how. I thought it just gave you I never read what it gave you.
Yeah.
It gives you a bunch of extra stuff, which is really nice, actually.
Well, I guess I'm just dumb.
So basically, you can clear out. The idea is to just make a town and have it function for as long as possible, which is cool. I'm not sure why they're not planting squash yet, and that makes me very angry.
We should start a timer so I know when we can segment our little town of Korhal.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, we're just gonna keep on playing, man. We're just gonna do what we do. We're just gonna break it up into episodes because that's how the profs do it.
Mid-season or mid-sentence.
Mid-sentence. And here we have next
pigs.
episode. Found some nice little things over here, but no. So I never build hunting cabins anymore, just because things always run away. Because like everything has like an area of like usefulness.
Reach, yeah.
Yeah, and like things can escape that area of usefulness, and that's.
I
dumb.
hear, because there's a subreddit for this. I joined it because I really didn't understand the game and I wanted to. Apparently, if you build it far enough away, not ridiculously far, but far enough away from your village, that'll keep the animals from running away because they can hear your town bustlement.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah.
I always love when indie games always seem to have
Think of
like,
that
the
stuff.
coolest
Yeah.
like mechanics, and I think that's really
Because
awesome.
the thing is, because some mainstream games will be like, well, no, because that'll make some people not want to play it, and indie
yeah,
games
that'll
are
make
like,
it too
look,
hard.
yeah, and indie games are like, no, look,
It
we
needs
know
to
what
be hard.
we know what we're making here,
Seriously.
because, in my opinion, it's better to have someone really love your game than have everyone think your game is okay, right?
Yes, indeed.
Heh. The word indie was in that.
I said indeed, but
I
that's
know,
fine.
but indie's in.
You know what?
in
Just,
that.
no,
Hey,
I'm not letting you have
Hey.
it. I'm not letting you
hey,
have it.
get out of
So
here.
this is almost kind of like a very low-tech version of Age of Empires, kind of.
Yeah,
It's like if they, it's kind of like when they first did Black and White.
I fucking love black and white.
I was like, Steve, you can't say that. I keep forgetting. It's weird swearing on like recordings. Anyway,
It's fucking weird swearing, man.
yeah. But no, like I remember Black and White being such a cool game, and then they were like, "Oh, we're gonna add military units now." I was like, "Oh,
Oh, and the second one.
like oh, it was still fun, but it was
I didn't play as much as the second
super
one, not
weird.
because of that, but because my computer back in those days couldn't run it very well.
Oh yeah,
And then Fable came out, and I want another one. That's good. I want a good Fable.
yeah,
3 was good. 3, I liked 3.
yeah. And then you got what? What was after that? The Connect Fable game.
The one we don't talk about
Why don't we talk about it, Steve?
because it was bad.
Because it was bad.
Because Microsoft was like, hey, we need something to make this pile of poop look like a good product that people should buy.
We need to ruin Peter Molyneux's legacy.
Yeah. Poor
He-
guy,
he
man.
decided
I
to
feel
leave.
so bad for him.
I do occasionally, and then I remember everything he promised with Fable 1 that he didn't deliver.
But you know what though? I like the Fable games.
Oh, I do too. I love Fable.
So this is
Also,
the way
I
I
don't see us out there, though. Over there.
the way I see it is, if you shit on him too much, he won't make another Fable game, and I don't want that to happen. So say no.
Ah, well, whatever. So I realized I had a much easier time playing Easy. I was like, oh god, this Easy was so much easier. Because I'm like, oh, I had so many extra people, because they give you a full extra family. And then this one's like, here's 4 families and with 5 children, and for some reason this tiny child over here, what's her name? Jalen over here is age 3 and she's playing around some rocks.
Yeah.
Because I guess back in those days, parents didn't give a shit about their kids.
The D&D group, the other family, as Cody calls them.
Yeah, you're cheating on them.
Yeah. We started it as like piddly little villagers, so the equivalent of level 0.
It's kind of a cool idea, though.
It is neat. And what we did with it was we were like starting in our town, and she was explaining things and how it's very difficult for people that aren't adventurers because adventurers don't have to hang out in town; they just leave. And they were like, "Yeah, so you come in on the road that only little peons come in," because Chandler was lucky enough to roll as a noble. And I was like, "Oh, okay." So Chandler rolls in on the normal person road. That's, like maybe cobblestone or something.
Yeah.
And the road I walk in is paved with villager shit because they didn't know what else to do with it.
Good.
And that became canon.
Good.
And so when we ran into Chandler's character after a big event happened that brought us to be adventurers,
Yeah.
Chandler was playing character and being the snooty, nobleman. And we were like, "Do you know how I came into town? I walked on a road made of shit. I'd rather walk on the grass than walk on a road.
Why did
full
you
of
just
shit."
walk on the grass?
Because
You should have rolled for that.
because those were the times. And our phrase that we like to use was, we would say something horrible about, like oh, we have our weekly floggings for dancing and for knowing what music is. And
Oh, is your game based in 1960s Virginia?
no, it was like olden day. Anyway, and so we were saying that, and then
Is your game full of Southern Baptists?
yes, we were going on and on about
Sorry.
that, and then we're like, oh, it's because they were simpler times then. And we
God, I hate that as an example. That as like a reason for things. They were simpler times. Like that just means you want to be racist publicly.
yeah,
Like that's when
that's why it was
when snooty white people are like, "Oh, I miss simpler times."
Simpler
Like that just
times.
means you would miss when you could say really racist shit and no one gave you any problems for it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the funny thing. I played a half elf in a town full of humans, and I was the hunter because I didn't want to hang out in town.
That's smart.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't want you to hang out in my town either.
Yeah.
But that's mostly just because I hate elves.
But
So,
it was great because
the-
Chandler's guy would be like, "They beat you for music? I got a degree in that," and I'm like, "They were simpler times."
Yeah.
I'm like, "You would have been killed."
So I have sped up the game so that it can move a little bit faster. I no longer have any homeless people, so that's nice. Court Hall's really coming together. We got some houses, nice little fishing village.
Where's Jim?
Got a shit ton of squash.
One of your villagers has to be named Jim.
I got Lawrence. Lawrence.
Lawrence. That's a
And
weird name. You're out of
Alea,
something.
I got Darrett and Alberty. I got Sergil, Candace, Nolandy, Ernesti, Jalen, Cole, McKenny, Raylight, Ewell, Valorida. What are these names?
Where
Arner, Sandus, and Artem. They all sound like Protoss names.
that works.
Yeah, I'll take it, whatever. Would you say we should construct additional pylons?
Yeah, where are the pylons in this game?
They're the houses, right? Is that how that game works? I don't know.
I don't
how
know.
this game works.
They're not blue and glowy, so I don't understand.
I'm gonna have one hunter because all of the deer were stupid enough to stand in front of the hunting cabin.
I was playing a game that's on early access called Folktale. Kind of reminded me a little bit of this game, and then a little mix of Fable, which was kind of cool. Just the way the humor works, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that ridiculous British accent that everyone in Fable has.
Oh yeah.
Like there's
I
a
didn't vote for him.
Oh, yeah. Chicken chaser. You chase chickens, do you?
Yeah.
There was a guy, and then the subtitles, his name was Bernard, and the guy talking was going on just the most English rant ever. And he's like, "Oh look, there's Bernard. Hello there, Bernard. Bernard, how's your day? How's your mum?"
Oh, trading posts are expensive. So to get more different kind of crops, because right now we're stuck with squash and peppers.
Want some squash? You want some peppers?
So we're stuck
That's
with
how we
that.
get for the rest of our lives.
I mean, hey, simpler times, right?
Yep.
You can grow orchards. Orchards are kind of
They have like trees,
Hit or miss.
like with apples and stuff.
yeah, they're kind of hit or miss though, just because.
Correct me if I'm wrong, doesn't having a variety of food actually make you less vulnerable to being sick?
Yes, it also makes your people much happier. However, I can only grow.
Pecans.
How do you pronounce this word, Steve?
Pecan.
Pecan.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I can only grow pecan trees.
Pecan trees.
Pecan trees.
Pecan trees.
But yeah, I think I only need one person to work that field.
How do you say it?
Pecan.
Pecan.
Pecan pie.
Okay.
I know it's pecan.
Pecan.
Let's go eat some pecans.
And then we can go eat some croissants.
croissants. Some pecan croissants.
Pecans.
Yeah. So yeah, we're entering late autumn, early winter, and this is where everybody's probably gonna die. Actually, you know what? I did a pretty good job of like.
Do you have firewood?
I do. We have a lot of fish. We have a lot of venison. So this is actually the best prepared winter I've ever gone into on normal mode. Everybody has an.
I'm either really dumb, or something's different, or I didn't realize something the first time because
I'm just better at this than you.
I died like. How many years in the game are you right now?
This is